In an untidy home, Vincent Anderson, Benedict Cumberbatch flips and throws the sofa at the beginning of the episode. Examining the phone number on Marlon Rochelle's missing person poster, Cassie Anderson, Gabby Hoffman. On a bed, Edgar Anderson, Ivan Morris Howe is dozing off. A pistol is pointed at his back by either Rhea, Alexis Molnar or Yusuf, Bama Kane. Vincent is told by Lenny Wilson, Dan Fogler that Jerry, Donald Sagemakai has chosen to part ways with him and retain Eric. It's Vincent's show, he says. Lenny informs him that he is not involved in the situation. Vincent is insulted by Eric. Lenny pledges to see to it that he receives a substantial severance pay package along with health insurance so he may enter treatment. Vincent lashes out at Lenny, calling him a cowardly imposter. Lenny says Cassie's tired of him too. As he leaves, Vincent swears at Eric and Lenny. Adepero Odier's Cecile Rochelle receives a phone number for legal services from Cassie. She wonders whether Edgar ran away to avoid her and Vincent. She doesn't think she was a good mother all the time. Cecile declines to provide consolation. The moms are at odds with each other. Detective Michael Ledroit, McKinley Belcher 3 witnesses Misha putting Edgar's Good Day Sunshine shirt in his pocket while at the police station. Later, Misha comes back and places a white bag beneath the dumpster. Speaking about his intentions for New York City, Costello, Jeff Hepner appears on a chat program. Mike, the host, makes accusations of corruption in public housing, the police force, and City Hall. That used to be the case, but not anymore, according to Costello. Law X's tracks informs Yusuf that Rhea is in debt to him. Until Yusuf threatens him with a pistol, he won't go. Edgar declares he desires Cassie out of fear. Yusuf tells him it's all right. He examines Edgar's illustrations. In another scene, Ledroit is informed by Misha Varga, Ioakim Siabanu that he wants to honor Edgar's bleeding clothing. Ledroit queries his intended recipient. Misha says she didn't see Edgar in the alleyway. Levant Torkolis Alexander Lakatos breaks up the talk. Ledroit queries Misha about the bag she stashed behind the garbage. Alexander won't allow him to search the area without a warrant, claiming it was only clean clothing for the night shift workers. Before he leaves, Ledroit gives him an order to get the damaged taillight mended. When Yusuf offers Edgar some food, he declines. He's warned by Yusuf about the perils that lie within the tunnels. Before departing, he inquires about his sketch of Eric. Edgar shuts the door behind him. Jerry is eating supper when Vincent shows up out of the blue. Vincent orders and pours himself a glass of wine. Jerry presents him to Artie and Benji K. Vincent becomes aggressive. John Doman's character Robert Anderson steps in and makes him leave the restaurant. Robert informs Vincent a short while later that Ann Anderson desires for him to check into rehab. Vincent disputes that he has an alcoholism issue. Robert promises to help if he checks himself into treatment. Vincent describes Robert as frightening. When he gets home, Cassie is watching Good Day Sunshine. She acknowledges that she threw his booze in the garbage. As he hurriedly looks for vodka, he adds that although she thinks he killed Edgar, he didn't. She requests that he vacate. He implies that she's involved in an affair. She claims that yesterday night they distributed posters and that Sebastian, Jose Pimentel, is a decent man. Does Edgar know Sebastian? He asks. She says they had many meetings. He wonders if Edgar was kidnapped by Sebastian. He finds an alcohol bottle, downs some tablets, and declares that Eric will assist in locating Edgar. She queries whether he has been conversing with Edgar's dummy. Does she have a better suggestion? He asks. She reveals that she is expecting a child, and Sebastian is the father. Before departing, he calls her a wonderful mother and swears at her. Edgar makes drawings on Yusuf's wall. Rhea is threatened by TJ, Stefan Race if she doesn't give him the money before the end of the week. They hear he loves them young, she says. Yusuf notices them conversing. Vincent is consuming booze next to a trash can. Alexander is given a lot of medicine somewhere else. Ledroit is informed by Tina, Erica Sota that Dana Noakes, Amy Louise Pemberton has agreed to speak with him tonight. He takes hold of her hand. Her relative, she says, is a queer. Ledroit notices a drop prostitution of a minor charge in Lenny's file. The 1979 Sierra raid resulted in Lenny's arrest. Robert is informed by Costello of his intentions to counteract unfavorable press by making a donation to the Good Day Sunshine organization and organizing a cleaning effort. Robert and Bruno Di Bari, Gerard Monaco assert that Commissioner Nelson wants the city's homeless population bussed away tonight. Clark Peters' character George Lovett says he was wrongfully convicted of a crime and served 16 years in prison. He likens Vincent to his winning obsessed father. Vincent recognizes Edgar's sketch as a map. Lenny is asked about the 1979 Sierra raid by Ledroit. Lenny says none of his co-workers are aware of it. Ledroit queries him about his time spent alone with Edgar. "I love Edgar," Lenny declares. Lenny claims not to know Marlon, even after Ledroit gives him a picture of the man. Ledroit persuades him to name him. Reluctantly, Lenny says, "Ricardo." TJ is asked whether he has seen Ricardo by Alexander Gator, Wade Alain Marcus at the Lux. Alexander demands that Misha join him for a drink in another instance. In the Metro, Dana says that after Kennedy's death, Noakes felt relieved. She claims that the bumper of the new automobile is dented. "Is that enough to bring him down?" she queries. Ledroit discovers Vincent outside the police station a little while later. Vincent claims that Edgar drew a map. He turns down Ledroit's invitation to come in for coffee. In an alley, Misha gets assaulted. Tina acknowledges stealing Ledroit's recordings back at the police station in order to prevent Crip from obtaining them. She gives them back and advises him to keep them at his place. A picture of him and William Elliott, Mark Gillis defaced with a homophobic slur, appears inside an envelope that he opens. He finds that William has passed away when he gets to the hospital a short while later. A battered Misha awakens on a boat that is drifting. If Alexander speaks to the police once again, he threatens to murder his dog. Vincent enters the underground and follows Edgar's sketch. Rhea wants Yusuf to sell Edgar and give her a portion of the proceeds in another place. If he tries to ransom Edgar, she threatens to have him arrested by the police. Edgar claims he is not hit by Vincent. He is reassured by Yusuf that words are equally harmful. Edgar claims his mother is kind. Given the risk, Yusuf finds it incomprehensible that Edgar followed him into the tunnels. As the episode comes to a close, Rhea informs TJ that she is expecting a child for him.